Well, ladies and Germans, how you all doing today? This is Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Hello, hello, hello.
And it's not the PDX Steel Division tournament today, folks, but we do have a real bang-on game for you. This is Bois de l'Amour. Who do we have on it?
Well, on the left hand side in blue, we have Lord Ageion as the 3rd Canadian Infantry Division. And on the right hand side in red, we have Dremora as Panzer LEHR.
So this is the Sherwood Forest map, of course,
hmm
but how do the Canadians stack up against a mechanized division here?
Well, in terms of the forest, the Canadians are going to have a much better time, as they can just get more infantry, flamethrower universal carriers. They just have the infantry game on point early on. Dremora's gonna have a hard time in this map, to be honest. There's no real open field to really take advantage of big tiger play,
Hmm.
and Panzer A phase is pretty bad, even though surprisingly it does get more points per minute than Lord of Geon in A. But it's just the unit selects, and as you all know, Panzer early on is lackluster to say the least.
That's true, but it does look like Dremora will be able to take
hmm
advantage of a rather conservative breakout by
Yep.
Lord of Geon.
This
Now,
is.
yes.
I just realised Dremora has deployed all the Panther Grenadiers he could in A phase. He can only get 4 in
Oh,
A
yeah, you're
phase.
right.
And he didn't get them in half tracks either. So, that's ballsy. Because if he loses the Panther Grenadier, he's not going to be able to get any more.
Wait a second. One,
Two,
two,
four. You can
three.
only
Oh,
get 4.
there's the fourth. Okay. I was like, I'm not counting the one I clicked on. That's the problem.
Oh,
Um,
God.
okay, so we used to see the third Canadian all the time.
Yep.
What happened?
I have no idea. I mean, 3rd Canadian is still a very solid deck. It really is a all-rounder, essentially, with some fun, highly vetted unit. As you can see, there's a lot of stars all over the battlefield. I know, just people like playing other decks. I can't really
I
think of
guess you
it.
probably could make the case that the fourth armored and then, well, more
Yep,
recently, we were just talking about this in the last
pose.
video, the first polls have just been getting so much play.
Yeah, pose are definitely very popular because that whole A face section
Hmm.
and just the amount of tanks and the Strotsky spam is extremely effective, to put it bluntly.
Can we say, by the way, that Lord of Geon is bringing in the heroes? He's got himself,
Yep.
Leo Major is down to the south. A gentleman I really should do some more research into.
Dude took an entire down. A dude captures an entire town by
That's the guy,
himself.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty.
We've spoken about him before, actually, I
Yeah,
think.
he
Yeah.
it was like a town in the Netherlands. Pretty crazy
Um,
stuff, all nonetheless.
yeah. Well, that's why he's only got one eye. He gave up the
Yep.
other one for wisdom.
You only
A little
need
bit.
one eye to shoot a sniper.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Even though I hadn't thought about it that way. Exactly.
yeah. I think it's I think in the unit model, if you zoom in, it's him with a Sten gun and some other dude's got a sniper.
Do you think he's a spotter?
Yeah, but I think he
Interesting.
just runs up with a Sten gun and kills like 5 guys by himself.
Well, you know what? That's why he's got 96 bullets. It means he's going to have 96 kills.
Yeah.
Um, but rather mild to begin. We are going to see a bunch of stormtroopers up to the north, and these guys used to be the bee's knees, I would say.
Yeah. But
Definitely forcing back those P-grens. I'm not sure why he might have popped smoke so quickly.
I don't
Um,
know.
I mean, in a short-range firefight, he can hold himself up pretty well against those P-grens.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely signaled himself as a P-Grand to run and Ray, but all he has to do is kill out P-Grand squad up north, which is going to be pretty easy, and there's really nothing that can stop him. It's all just like got some spar troops, but they're not exactly CQC kings.
Well, and we did just see those guys go down
Yeah,
too. So big, big boom, and a lot of red grass.
yeah. I mean, you've got that 2-5 run slash 20 run, which is going to be a pretty awesome unit nonetheless, but not going to be enough. And good smoke pop here from Lord of Geon.
No, no, it wasn't Lord of Geon. That's Dremora. That was his
Oh, there's this
doing his
Panda
Fuhrer
Fuhrer?
falling
Oh,
back. Yep.
wow.
I can't blame him though either. He does want to keep that veterancy
Yeah,
onto that half track. That's going to
yeah.
give it a little bit more staying power.
And this is a really interesting loadout from Dremora, because he's got all the A-phase infantry he can get, which is one card of leaders, two cards of Pantograms, and one card of MG42s, all with only ×2. He has 2 slots left, so he probably has like 10 infantry units, 8 infantry units for the rest of the match.
That is
Yes.
not going to be pretty.
That's not going to be pretty at all. It's very ballsy taking all A phase Panzer units, just because it's like Rintown. You
Hmm.
really want to try and take as little as you can in
Hmm.
A phase, so you can get C phase 2-star pioneers.
Now we are going to see, first of all, this MG42 is easily behind enemy lines.
Yep.
Couple of heavier vehicles coming on out, but for the Canadians, we have our first Ram 2 tank on the field.
Oh wow, that's gonna be a damn good tank to get.
Well, it depends on where you put this, I
Yep.
suppose. Oh, he's trying to adjust for the 231 in the south. Okay.
Yep. Because that Ram 2 initially is going to be pretty much unkillable because Pumas and Bag 30H can't pen it. And even into, well, a Tiger would be kind of a stopgap, I think, in killing it. But, yeah, I mean, initially the Ram 2 is going to be useful dealing with the enemy armor.
Oh, Leo Majors has just been found
Oh,
out. He goes
and
down.
he goes down. I don't think a sniper rifle can kill an armored vehicle is what I'm trying to say.
That's a very polite way
It's
to put
definitely
it.
armored and it's a vehicle, so I think I am correct.
That is true. That
Yep.
is very true.
Yep.
Now, a bunch of spawn troops are being caught out here. Stormtroopers are going to cut these guys to pieces, but shockingly enough, these spawn troops are fighting these stormtroopers, well, to a standstill.
Yeah, I mean they're holding the ground, but there we go. There goes the satchel charge, and once the second stormtroopers come in, those spar troops are bugging. And this is, I mean, the forest was pretty easily going to go to Lord Ageion just because of the deck choices.
Uh,
But damn, this is really quite bad, as there's nothing that Dremora can do to stop him.
well, okay, so if there, like you said, there
Yep.
goes the other one. If nothing else, first of all, and this sounds horrible perhaps, but if nothing else, there's no more satchel charges on those two stormtroopers.
Yeah, at least there's that, and he's got two rifle leaders which do have the Piat, so maybe the 251/21 could do something,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. But yeah, it's really about using those vehicles, and on this map, it's just because it's so like knife fighty, CQC, hedgerow hell. It's just going to be tough to take advantage of the long range, advantage that Tigers, Panthers, and whatnot have. It's
But here's
definitely
the
more of a
question then.
Panzer 4 match.
Okay, so maybe why he didn't necessarily pick the best division for this
Yeah.
map, what does he do to fight back against this kind of forested play? What can he do?
It's got like that southern area. If he was to try and break through there, it's a bit more open ground, which would be really advantageous for his tanks. And
Uh,
really, he really can't fight for that forest. It's gonna be too bloody, and he's not gonna be able to get that much ground. Really, he wants to be trying to focus on this middle southern area and try to capture that instead.
Rifle leader goes down to the north, by the way, but not before firing off his last Piat, so he
Yep.
did pick up one kill there.
Here we go.
But regardless, this might be the signal to unleash hell.
Yeah, I mean, we got no real tanks or anti-tank here for the Canadians. They're bringing up a Humbler to try and deal with the stuff up north, but yeah, I mean, if that rifle leader can Piat 2-5 run, yeah, and it's gonna be pretty good for Lord Ageion.
And we're gonna see a surrender. I'm calling it right
Come on.
now. If he's not dead, it's gonna be a surrender.
Oh wow, that completely
Whoa,
missed.
what the heck?
Well, it's a Piat. What are we expecting? Is this gonna hit?
Okay,
there we go.
Surrender.
There we go. You called it right. I mean, a Piat doesn't kill; it just scares a dude.
Yeah, I'd be scared too. You're firing a tennis ball that explodes.
We really like our tennis, okay?
Is that really what it is? I never really knew
No,
that tennis was
it's
very much a Canadian sport.
I know. I mean, we got like who's the bloody Scottish dude?
That you're asking me
Wimbledon?
for the wrong
Oh
sport.
God, what's his name? Oh,
Pete Sampras.
no,
He's
no, no,
American.
no, no. It's Andrew Murray.
I thought he was English. I thought he was a Brit.
Well, it depends. If he wins Wimbledon, he's British. If he loses Wimbledon, he's Scottish.
I'll keep that in mind. I hadn't realized that.
I forgot his name, but I think it's Andrew Murray. If you can correct me in the comments. I don't watch tennis so much either.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Conditional nationality. That's a new one.
There we have MG42 actually doing a pretty good job stunning up some of the stormtroopers as they come in to reinforce up north, but with that universal carrier on scene, I mean that one Bren gun is taking a bit of a toll on the MG42.
Sad when you think about it. Those
Yep.
guys are firing, what, 80 rounds? They're taking off 4 crew members. They fire 200. They don't do jack.
Yeah, well it does have a bit of armor.
True.
Yeah.
True. But
And
that
there's a
HE value,
Humbler.
you think to do some kind of penetration. I mean,
Yeah.
they could still penetrate pretty easily.
I mean
But-
if you shoot
yeah.
something enough, it'll eventually get destroyed.
As we
I
have
think
found
that's
out.
physics.
Well, remember with that King Tiger game from a couple
Oh
games
yeah.
ago?
Oh yeah. You just keep getting bombed, and eventually you're just gonna pop.
It is somewhat amusing to me to see the kind of nervous play we are seeing on the south. This
Yep.
234 is just kind of reversing and going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. And I can't help but think, I don't think this 250 is going to do anything close to what's necessary.
Nope.
Wheels
Nope.
damaged.
That
Well,
ram
we might
may
take out the
as
sniper at least.
Oh yeah, yeah. That
Well,
ram is essentially a tiger. I mean, it doesn't have the same armor as a tiger, but in this sort of situation, it's just he can't pen it. It's so difficult to deal with that ram early on, especially his Panzer Lair. Maybe a Panzer Shrek could knock it out if he gets cocky with the ram, but apart from that, that ram is in a pretty good spot.
that is true. It might be the only case where the sheep becomes the wolf.
Yep.
More spotting coming on out. So I think Lord Ageion has taken how many? Wait, it's gotta be more than multiple cards of snipers here.
Yeah, he's probably taken like
Everything possible in phase
yeah.
A?
He's also taken both cards of Stormtroopers, which is definitely a good call on this map, just because of that northern forest. But yeah, a lot of snipers too, and really you can't really go wrong with snipers.
Well, especially against an infantry, a lighter infantry deck like the
Yep.
Germans had in this case.
Yeah,
Yes.
because once you knock out the infantry, it's pretty easy to deal with against Panzer, and it's gonna be pretty easy to knock out all the infantry, as I already mentioned, he does not have a lot.
Interesting. Okay, so the off-map Panzer's coming on in that 170. So
Huh. Oh, that's a good call. That's a
I
good
was
call.
I was going to go backwards and forth on that, but I guess yeah. Well, I guess it depends where he places it.
Well, it is a proper Panzer IV.
That is true, but I can't help but feel it might have been better to be placed up north. If you
Yeah.
want to make a play for the force, or at least keep them at range.
I mean, it may be able to stop the forest attack up north for a little bit, but he's not really going to take out much ground. Or if he could use it down south on this choke point, he could stun up
burst
the
through.
choke point, then, break through. Because that Panzer IV is his best bet of dealing with that ram tank.
Actually, you know why he's not going up north with it?
Right. Oh, ho, ho.
We have
We're
your
going to be
favorite
roughing
unit.
some Panzers.
Indeed, indeed. Humber Mark IV is going to start trading fire to 231, so it's light vehicles dueling to the death here.
Yeah. It's really
And
quite
oh,
same.
jeez.
Yeah, see, didn't get a Panzer for an A phase, because that really would have cleared out that forest. It would have helped out clearing out the forest at least.
And that Humber is now playing with his food. He has an engine stall,
yep.
tracks and wheels are destroyed. Watch him jam the gun with the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, well he hasn't yet, but I kind of feel that was the trend of where we were going with
Yeah,
this.
he's buggered.
Stop playing with your food, kill it.
If he can actually penetrate it, jeez.
Well, he should be able to. He's got easily
know.
has the armor pen for it.
I know.
Oh, good lord. Okay, so this has been the 7th round. And the 8th round. Well, the best part about this is that the engine stall, he could have gotten away, but
He
no,
could
the
have
next
gone
round takes
away.
out his...
No,
Oh, jeez.
no. Is that 9 shots now, Carl?
Yes, this is the 9th shot. Here comes the 10th one right now.
Okay, alright. Is he gonna get it?
Nope.
Oh, 10.
He's bounced, what, 3 times or
What?
4 times?
What's going on here? Come on, come on.
Get closer!
What? We're
Do
not
something.
watching anything else till this 2-3-4 eventually dies. Come on. No.
The driver's
no.
wounded, like he has a point in the first place.
Okay, so we got trophy shots at the moment. Is it going
Okay,
to be
so
Lucky 13?
Typhoon just made a gun
Nope.
run, and we have a ME-109 trying to keep cover over top.
He's-
Oh my gosh.
I'm still watching the Humbler. It's still
14.
14 shots. I mean, there's an
Spitfire
airplane
takes
fight
out the
happening.
ME-109, by the way.
Oh, okay. But will the Humbler
15
shots?
Oh my gosh. You
What's
know
the
what?
range? This is
If
okay.
nothing else, the
it's-
231 has paid for himself by getting all this ammo.
It is like 900 meters, but that's still. Come on, still. I mean, that's like 4 AP
Again,
difference.
move closer. Anything. My Lord Ageion. You need to fire this guy.
this is gonna be. This
Ferreira
is
was
going to get.
good, and this is insane.
Yep. This is gonna get to Trenty Khan.
When I even look at the buffet,
Oh,
there it is. There
finally.
it is. 19.
19. How many shots does it get to a center of a 2-3-4/1? 19 with a Humbler Mark IV.
Oh my gosh.
God. Okay, now we can actually watch the rest of the match.
Panzerwaffe just unloaded on that Center Rifle Squad doesn't do a whole lot. In fact, I think he dropped the barrage a little bit long.
Yeah.
And I get the... Oh, here's the first... okay. Yeah, we have ourselves some arty coming down on top of that concentration of infantry to the southern forest. That little wannabe forest. So not too surprising there.
Yep, and we got another off-map artillery as well, so taking both cards of the off-map Panther 4s, definitely going to be useful as you need the artillery to try to break out the Canadian forces, but thing is, Ageion, he has a pretty nice lead right now for 15 minutes in the match. 700 creeping up to 800, that's some pretty good points, and he's almost close to a +2.
Very, very true, but I can't help but get the feeling that if this infantry to the south gets stunned up, pushed back even slightly, we're going to see ourselves a bit of a reversal there. See, yeah, immediately a pin comes in, these P-Grounds can rush forwards and really take that. Snipers go down. 250 should come in and just take them out. Yeah, I think he's going to go... Oh, nope, no, because I was going to go for surrender. I guess not. That's what the P-Grounds are for.
And pretty much like I said, if he can get past this forest area and into this open field area, he's going to be having a much better time with his deck.
Ooh, and look at the arty barrage to the north. That's going to be beautifully timed.
Oh, that's some damn good timing. Bit danger close on the Spar troops.
I was just going to say, yeah, friendly fire, but...
Gotta live. Oh, first shot, friendly fires. That's luck, right? Yeah, but at least it's gonna keep the other two guys alive. Oh, never mind. But
you're not a poker player, are you?
No, I'm not a poker. This is why I don't play poker.
Interestingly, we are going to see one of the last surviving Panzer Grenadiers taking out a 6-pounder. 6-pounders have found themselves pretty much without a job during the early part of this match. Yeah. And we are going to see a Sexton being brought on in as well.
Oh, there we go. 2-star Sexton as well, so that's going to be dropping off some rapid machine gun artillery fire.
True. P4, okay. I think he's moved up. Yep, he's going up to just look through the forest right there. Not going to see a whole lot. Maybe got a couple of shots off on his rifles.
Yep.
Almost called him Streltsy. Apparently I still have the poles on the brain.
I mean, they're pretty much the exact same unit.
True. And P4 is having fits for a second. They're finally getting shots off on that Humber again.
I do like when you lose line of sight now, it doesn't reset the aiming counter. It just delays it.
Yes.
Which is because I remember a few times where I tried to chase a tank back, and my tank would get slightly close, aim, then it'd stop aiming and have to move closer to like chase a retreating tank, and then just be back and forth until eventually it stopped.
Seems about right. Now, we are going to see an entire arty barrage devoted to that command ram tank. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, if he can stun it up and then move in with the Panzer 4, it's going to be worth it. They might think there's some other units here trying to hit the tree line, but the problem is you also have this command Sherman. Oh no, another ram tank, my bad.
Yep.
We got 2 rams. So, I don't know, maybe able to kill run, but he's a little bit outgunned, yeah.
Well, he's got memory to spare, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
And these 6-pounders not really going to be caught too easily by this other arty barrage to the north. So, I should eat my words. One goes down and within 2 rounds.
But he still has the other one, thankfully.
I'm sorry?
He still has the other one, thankfully.
That is true. Oh, then of course, you're rooting from one side. I, of course, am rooting from the other. Sexton getting into play. And there's a good example right there of that P4. Well, losing some line of sight and getting it right back, so not getting reset. That's going to cause some issues, though.
Yeah.
Other plans of Rough Barrage hasn't happened yet. You were going to say it, please, sir. Yes.
Yeah, but we're getting close to that Phase C, and as we all know, the point advantage for land Phase C is pretty damn good. Yeah, have you seen any new Panzer Grenadier squads being brought out by chance? I think I've seen like a few. So, we got a Tiger, but I doubt that we're gonna see any like Phase C 2-star German elite, which Panzer Lehr is really good for, and that's gonna be a shame because he really needs that.
I was just gonna repeat that because this is not whose line. I mean, the points definitely do matter here.
Yeah.
Sexton, by the way, being brought up to be in a part of this artillery park yet again. And that, yeah, you're absolutely right. The Canadians, though, they get a lot more infantry just kind of
Yeah,
scrubs by the end of it. So now would be the time to really go and start doubling down on your own infantry support.
yeah, and really just I don't think getting that A phase numbers really helped out. I mean, personally, what I do for a Phase A Panzer, it seems a little bit drastic, but I usually just take 2 Grenadiers cards
Hmm.
and that's it. No leaders, no nothing. Well, sometimes I take leader, but it's really just it's so much worth it to just kind of have a really terrible A phase and infantry and just try to keep your Panzergren somewhat alive and conservative,
Hmm.
and then just two star pioneers are just something else. They
That
might
is
they may as well just
entirely true.
they might
Yeah.
as well just be Terminators because they will just run up to a forest, submachine gun down a rifle squad, throw in his big ass grenade, and pop goes the Riesel.
That is definitely true. Typhoon coming on in, but the
Yep.
water does nothing to that P4.
Nope. You do have that Tiger, and hopefully that Tiger will be able to deal with those ram tanks. So Dremora can finally break through and get some progress, because as we can tell, I mean the point advantage isn't exactly in his favor.
That is true.
It seems
Oh
like
man.
where's he bringing
P4
that Tiger?
bailout to the north.
Oh, that's not good. And
No,
there
that
it
is
goes.
not.
There it goes.
Well, on the plus side, he had used his last arty barrage, but to pretty much zero effect. The one to the south, I think, still has one.
Yeah.
But those sextons, man, 2-star sextons fire so fast.
Imagine if you had a command unit next to the
Absurd.
Sextons. Just
It's
imagine.
absurd.
I know, it's so bloody fast. The downside is that you can only get them in packs of run when you get them 2-star. So you do lose less in terms of numbers, but yeah, just a 2-star veterancy. Especially in a 1v1 where you don't need like a stupid amount of artillery,
Hmm.
it's definitely worth it.
Panzer gets revenge on that 6-pounder, by the way. Takes him out with 3 rockets, and he's starting to
Yep.
fire at this last little collection of infantry to its immediate west, right in the center part of the map.
Yep.
Um, ooh, beautiful shot there.
Oh, you are seeing some 2-star infantry being brought on up north. Hopefully it's
Ooh.
pioneers. Come on. I mean, it's a forest. It's gotta be pioneers. He can probably only get 4 of
Oh
them.
my
Oh
god.
God, look at that! And he really does not like those Canadian planes, eh?
Well, it's kind of hard to really think too kindly of them when they see what they're on all about. But no, it's kind of hard
Yep.
to really hate them for that. I mean, the Canadians,
Yep.
they're not having a ton of anything really up top. It's just infantry. And
I
like
know.
you said before, beautiful decision right there. Um, however, throw in some anti-air, those infantry become, well, mush.
Yep. Yep. And the Germans are gonna have none of that.
Very, very true. A bunch of AT coming on into the middle center part of the map. He's trying to backstop this 250, 234 push right up the center line. Don't think it's going to do a whole lot, though.
Yeah, it's maybe able to do a little bit, but I'm just looking at the Tiger, and it's a little bit unsupported. I mean, it could be a 6-pounder or 17-pounder somewhere, and he doesn't really have eyes on. He doesn't have recon nearby. I mean, looking at his line of sight, he's pretty much blind when it comes
True.
to that center part of the map. So he is falling back to Tiger, thankfully. He's not going to be rushing it into maybe a somewhat uncertain demise. But I don't know, it's just really going to be tough for Dremora to push back on. It's gonna be a tough run. Maybe with the Pioneers he can get some magic to happen, as those Stormtroopers are out of those satchel charges at least.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's gonna be a bloody fight for that forest.
He is going to try to take out that P4, and honestly, the amount, again, firepower that comes down from the Sextons and then the air
Yep.
run from the Typhoon, not going to be too hospitable there.
Yeah, and it's so predictable because it's just at one very small choke point. So the artillery has a field day, and the same with the airplanes.
I think he still has that one more barrage. Again, he's got to know that there's infantry right there. I'm going to switch over to his view for just a second here. Oh, never mind. He does not know. He knows where the tanks are,
Yep.
shockingly enough. But he does not know that there's 2 squads of riflemen that are right there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Can we also note that right now these rifles are attacking this half track with grenades?
Oh, it gets a kill. There we go.
Exactly.
But our second half track's going to stun him up. And, yeah,
There's the surrender.
GG.
But it's still 54-46. That danger of +2 has passed. Some of the anti-air going down as well. I think courtesy of that 6-pounder yet again. But it looks like we're seeing signs of life from Dremora.
Yeah, he's starting to push back a little bit, knocking down the advantage just by a few percent. But I'm thinking, I know, up north is really going to be his best bet at the moment. Because the problem is, once you lose up north, is as you can see where a 6-pounder is, once you lose that area, it's just AT guns all over your forest. It's facing south, and there's not really too much you can do about it.
Ooh, that's true, but that 6-pounder gets suppressed, and he barely has any life left. That goes down. That's a big loss right there.
And I'm thinking the vehicles too, because there's only a rifle leader here, and it's really a shame, yet he hasn't resupplied his stormtroopers up north.
Yes.
If they had the grenades, the Pioneers would be having a much more difficult time. And same if there's a Panther on the field. I mean, that's gonna... It's even the Hero Panther as well.
Ooh, yes.
Mr. Barkman. So he's gonna be barking up the Canadian tree line.
Indeed he is.
But yeah, we pretty much got a... I mean, the Tiger's still alive, thankfully. He's being conservative with his heavy tanks, which is how you should do it. But, it's just, can he get enough ground in time? And even if he can get a +1 point advantage, he's really going to need a +3 to safely take us home. And that's going to be pretty tough to do, I think.
That's true, but right now he is flanking around. He is able, if he gets his half-track out of the way... Never mind. I was going to say he was creating a pocket there, and it was quite a significant one at that. More gun
that
runs,
pocket would have
Typhoon.
helped out with the infantry fight, because it would have meant
Yes.
the stormtroopers got stunned up just a little bit more. Because they'd be behind enemy lines, technically.
Very, very true. Down to the south, half-track holding back for the SPA troops. That's Befehle, off the map, not Befehle. BEO. I can never remember what that one stands for. Whoa, ground fire pushing me one of the Typhoons. Mosquito back in, but that ground fire again, the SD KFZs at half-track doing work.
I mean, those flak Verklins are nothing to really mess with.
That's true, but I think he's the only one left alive. The other two have gone down courtesy of the 6-pounders.
Which is not good when your NTR is getting killed by anti-tank guns.
Yeah, but think about it. I mean, the anti-air is looking up. They're not really looking down. We are going to see some flame engineers coming on in for your friendly neighborhood Canadians.
Oh yeah, and they have the Ram Kangaroo, which is, I mean, it has 8 armor, and the Pioneers can't do anything against the Ram Kangaroo, and really it's going to be down to 2, 3, 4 and Panther to try and do anything. And you also got to realize, Dremora can only get like 4 Pioneer squads. That's it. And as you all know, forest fights are usually a bit more bloody, where you're going to need more than 4 Pioneer squads to usually take it. Usually. So hopefully he can be conservative and keep him alive at least. And keep him supplied.
Damages the legs on one of those rams, forcing back with a little bit of damage there. Luckily enough for that ram, I would say Rocket Run shoves back our little tiger there.
Yep. And those sections have just been on point. Just look at them go. They've really stopped any assault happening down south, thanks to those 2 guys alone.
Very, very true. Very, very true. Now, there is a Crusader in the north, and I can't help but wonder, Barkman's not going anywhere near that.
Nope. I wouldn't take a Panther into a forest. I think that's a good idea. Just, keep it away, try to push through this outline area, and then, get into this more open field where the Panther can really take advantage.
True, but we're going to have bombs coming down on top of him, which means he's probably going to get stunned up. It'll be close. Okay, that's fair. It'll be close, but there we go.
There we go.
I feel like I had to qualify that. I should have stuck to my guns. Oh my gosh, the Sextons again, just pounding that part of the town into dust.
Yep. The Panzer IV's not going anywhere, except for backwards. Tiger's been brought up again, It's going to be facing off against the Ram. And
Well, and the ram's been fixed too, for that matter.
yeah.
Do we have any kind of, do you know off the top of your head at least, the amount of munitions required to fix an engine crit or any kind of crit on another vehicle?
No idea.
Should test that at some point.
Yeah, I think it's not too much, but damn, looking at Tiger, 2-star Tiger, completely stunned up by 2 Ram 2s. That's
True.
That's some pretty damn good play. Got a relay, so 6-pounder guns have 8 rate of fire. So yeah, pretty damn good player from Lord Ageion.
And Lord Ageion, we've seen him play before. He's actually, I get the feeling he's not maybe the most aggressive player, but at the same time, he's a guy who's always willing to learn. So I always appreciated replays coming on through.
You always like replays?
Yeah, actually, we'll do a quick plug while we have a little bit of we have an Achilles coming on in. But guys, of course, if you have a game you want to check on out, let Rangroot know, let me know. We happy to cast that stuff.
Just upload it to the replay site.
Even more so. Colding's Tiga to the north, by the way. So we were giving huge big kitties up top.
Oh, yeah, there we go. We got the Tiger, we got Panther. You know, we're stepping up at German Cat Evolution Tree, and now we're on the King Tiger.
Very, very true. And for that matter, now we're going to see Dremora is getting that +1. This territory is going to open up a lot more, I think. And that Panther is stunned up, but who cares?
Well, it's going to be tough now because he has to stun up a Panther and a King Tiger, which is going to be a little bit more tougher.
With those
so
sextons, though.
So at least one of them is going to be able to move up a little bit, while the other one falls back once it gets morale damage. But yeah, you're right, those Sextons, it's a choke point once again up north. So if he just keeps pounding away, he should be able to hopefully keep tanks at bay. But also he has 2 Tigers down south now.
I was just going to make that call out, and there's only 1 Ram now. The other one just got brewed up.
So, yeah, the Panzer, they're sticking to their namesakes. They're bringing out all the technology. And even though Lord Ageion has been on point with the airstrikes this match, I really got to hand it out to him, he hasn't been able to kill any of these tanks, the heavy tanks. And once there's 2 Tigers, a Panther and King Tiger on the field, you're not going to have a good time.
True, and what's more, his artillery park just got blasted by the Panzerwaffe.
And the Canadian lines have just kind of crumbled. Shattered. We got Achilles, maybe he can get the kill.
Nope.
No, he's not.
There's a Firefly in here as well, too, but no, this is going to be pretty much, I would say, the complete collapse of the Canadians.
Yep, and it's at a +2 point advantage. It might get to a +3, maybe. But
that
still,
is true.
It's still pretty tough.
It's a hefty lead.
Yep. And the Saxons, which are really the saving grace, are now getting flanked by a 2-3-4, and the Tiger, which is getting close. And Ageion has been spending a lot of his points on planes, and they've been helping him out quite a bit. But now he really needs some ground forces. He is getting a Firefly.
With a fear of the tiger coming on in too. Yep. So I never knew that tigers hunted in packs, but it appears if you're in the German army, they definitely do.
Yep, that's 3 tigers on the field. Have we ever seen 3 tigers on the field at the same time?
No,
exactly.
We haven't even seen a Königstiger and all these other tigers on the. I've barely seen the Königstiger and anything else.
Yep. And this is really this is Panzer play. You get just a huge amount of huge tanks, and it works. And because he managed to be not raceful with him and keep him alive, it's been working out really well.
True, and, though one of them almost goes down. Never mind, he's alive.
But if you can just get that rolling thunder or heavy tanks, even though they're pretty expensive and hard to afford, it's just, as you can see here, it's just a complete
mayhem.
And it's a shame because I know Ageion, maybe some 17-pounder anti-tank guns sitting in the forest would have worked, but he really needed to try and not just stun up, but kill a few of these heavy tanks to try and stop his verbal.
Well, he has saved up for an Achilles and a Wolverine, but I don't know if the greatest Greek warrior or a regenerating superhuman are going to be able to push all this back.
Yeah, I mean, it could be able to tag team the two tigers, maybe, but then the panther and king tigers getting in closer, and yeah, this isn't good. This is not good. I mean, you're at the +3 now, which just means it's going to be a draw.
That is true. We are going to see the Bedford supply comes in. I don't know if he's trying to repair that tiger or what the deal is. Be kind of amusing. Oh, never mind. Not going to happen. And there goes the Achilles and the Wolverine are starting to exchange fire.
Oh wow.
Achilles goes down in one. Guess that was his heel right there. And bombs away. That's the only way he's going to stop, or at least delay this push.
And it's
Doesn't
a
even
shame.
do that.
It's a shame, really, because this like airplane play probably would have worked a bit better against a less armored division, such as I know 352nd. Trying to think of divisions that have a lot of infantry but not a lot of planes, but you get the idea. Because it's such an armored division, yes, your planes can stun them up and it's such a good strategy, but once they got the build up, you just need to kill. And if he had these planes against, Feldjägers, just more infantry soft targets, he'd be having a much better time.
That does seem rather fair. So, one tiger will go down. That's almost a guarantee right here. But the Königstiger and Bachmann are definitely here to exact their pound of flesh. So there goes the Tiga.
Yep.
You want to go to +2 in a second here?
Yeah.
Okay, so at 45, go to +2. And I'm not going to see a death yet. And +2. Alrighty, so we're going to see probably the last couple of tank destroyers getting taken on out here. And Canadians trying desperately to put any kind of territory grab back into play. If again, like you said, if it was +2, this could still be a Canadian victory.
Yeah, but it's just like that huge +3, and look, we got rifles being brought out on foot just to try and get some
trucks
ground.
in, and he was like, "Wait a second, both my tank destroyers are dead. I probably should walk."
Yeah, but I mean, it seems like Dremora is going to get to the other side of the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay, so we talked about how maybe this could have gone better for Dremora and how this could have gone better for Lord Ageion. I can't help but wonder if Lord Ageion banked too much on holding that forest to the north and kind of didn't really reinforce his middle. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, I think Ageion spent a little bit too much on planes and really should have invested in more 17-pounders, more heavy anti-tank options. Especially once you get to sea phase, because once sea phase hits, even if Pan's LEHR is doing a terrible job, you know there's going to be tigers coming down that road, and you have to be prepared for that. And he didn't have enough anti-tank units to really do that. The Ram 2s could stun them up, the planes could stun them up, but like I keep hammering on about, nothing could kill them.
Yes.
And he needed to kill them to try and, stop that.
Well, delaying is not enough.
Yeah. Delaying's not enough against Panzer LEHR. Against, like, Troph SS, like Panzer, helps. But you're going to need to be able to eventually, stop him from ever coming back to really make any ground.
True. This is not the Battle of the Bulge. These guys have all the fuel they want, so that you can't just throw bodies at them.
Yeah.
And that's going to bring us down to the last minute 10 of this. Looks like it's going to be a draw after all, so I'm surprised. I really thought Dremora was going to drop this one here.
Yeah, but the sea phase Panzer LEHR just came into effect, and you just get heavy tanks and hope for the best, and it worked.
Bachmann just went down. Ooh. So had this game gone another 10 minutes, maybe it's possible we could have seen a bigger resurgence here, but I cannot give too much hope to the Canadian forces at this time.
And he did have the material to deal with the tanks. He's got Fireflies, Achilles, and 17-pounders, which are more than enough to deal with Panthers and Tigers.
Very true. Very true. Now, we are going to see it's going to be pretty much an even KD ratio on this one. I mean, a couple hundred points here and there.
Yeah, 500 difference. But still pretty close.
Yeah, that's basically been the draw. So, I guess looking at the first, 20 minutes or so, it still is fairly red, I would think.
Yep, it's fairly red. And a lot of the red units are more expensive. And then once you get to the last,
minute 30 on, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, it's blue. It's blue all over, because the King Tiger gets into effect. But he managed to get a draw at least. I mean, it's pretty hard to, come back from a 1,500 point deficit.
That is true.
In only 15 minutes. But at least he got a draw. At least he got a draw. And,
That is true. I mean, hey, you know, sometimes a stalemate's all you need.
Yeah, and technically he did win in terms of points, but it's just because of it. It has to be so many like percentage above it counts as the victory. But still, pretty good play. And like I said before, Ageion just needed to focus on more anti-tank threats to deal with the threat of Dremora's tanks.
That sounds about right. Okay,
Yep.
that's going to do it for me then today. How about you? Any final words of wisdom to our people out there?
Nope, I'm good.
Fantastic. All right, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to another game of Steel Division Normandy 44. My name is Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.